John and Mary Munda were the envy of their suburban neighborhood. They seemed to have it all: a loving marriage, successful careers, and a beautiful home. John, a renowned architect, was known for his innovative designs and meticulous attention to detail. Mary, a beloved elementary school teacher, had a contagious laugh and a heart of gold. Their love story was the stuff of fairy tales. Yet, beneath the surface of their seemingly idyllic existence, a sinister truth lay dormant, waiting to shatter the facade of perfection. Their happiness seemed boundless, their life together a testament to the enduring power of love. Unbeknownst to their friends and neighbors, John and Mary's relationship had begun to unravel. The pressures of their demanding careers, coupled with societal expectations, had taken a toll on their bond. John, accustomed to accolades, grappled with a growing sense of professional insecurity. Mary, though outwardly cheerful, carried the invisible burden of unfulfilled aspirations. The resentment simmered beneath the surface, occasionally bubbling over in bitter arguments and icy silences. As the chasm between them widened, John sought solace in alcohol, spiraling into addiction. Mary, desperate to salvage their marriage, made excuses for his behavior, attributing his mood swings to stress. The charming man she had fallen in love with seemed lost, replaced by a stranger. Unbeknownst to Mary, John's addiction had plunged him into a world of deceit and desperation. He had accrued substantial debts to fuel his drinking, debts he was unable to repay. In his despair, he concocted a plan to fake his own death, collect the life insurance policy, and start anew. Driven by desperation and fueled by alcohol, John's plan took shape with chilling clarity. Meanwhile, Mary clung to the hope that their love could weather the storm, suggesting therapy and organizing romantic getaways. But her efforts were in vain. John had erected an impenetrable wall around himself. As the date of his fabricated demise approached, John's behavior became erratic, oscillating between tenderness and fits of rage. Mary, torn between love and fear, found herself caught in a web of manipulation and deceit. On a crisp autumn evening, John announced he was going on a solo fishing trip. Mary, her heart heavy with foreboding, helped him pack his bags. As he drove away, she stood on the porch, watching him disappear into the gathering darkness. 2 days later, John's car was found abandoned near a remote stretch of coastline. The Coast Guard launched a massive search and rescue operation, but John was presumed dead. The police, however, refused to close the case, suspecting foul play. The investigation took a dramatic turn when John's life insurance policy came to light. The police began to suspect that John's death was no accident. It was a carefully orchestrated scheme. The investigation intensified, with detectives meticulously retracing John's steps. The facade of the perfect couple crumbled, revealing a marriage fractured by addiction and deceit. The breakthrough came when detectives uncovered evidence of John's online activity. He had spent hours researching life insurance policies and methods of disappearing. Armed with this evidence, the police confronted Mary, revealing their suspicions. Mary, initially disbelieving, was forced to confront the horrifying possibility of John's betrayal. The net closed in when John contacted his mistress, unaware the police were monitoring his communications. He was apprehended in a seedy motel room, his dreams of a fresh start dashed. News of John's arrest sent shockwaves through the community. The man they had mourned was, in reality, a cold-hearted manipulator. Neighbors who had once exchanged pleasantries now eyed each other with suspicion. Mary, once the object of sympathy, found herself at the center of a media frenzy. The community, once united in grief, became divided, some offering Mary support, others condemning her. She retreated from the public eye, seeking solace in the company of her closest friends and family. John's trial was a media spectacle, every twist and turn dissected in minute detail. The prosecution painted John as a narcissistic sociopath, while the defense portrayed him as a broken man. The jury, however, was unconvinced and found John guilty on all counts. The judge sentenced him to the maximum penalty allowed by law. Gulam Munda, once a respected architect, was now a convicted felon, his legacy tarnished. He would spend the rest of his days behind bars, haunted by the consequences of his choices. In the aftermath of the trial, Mary faced the daunting task of rebuilding her life. She sold the house and moved to a new town, seeking a fresh start. She poured her energy into her work, finding solace in her students. She reconnected with old friends, their laughter a balm to her wounded spirit. Slowly, she began to emerge from the darkness, her spirit, though scarred, not broken. The community, too, began the long process of healing, forming support groups and offering counseling services. The tragedy of John and Mary Munda served as a stark reminder that appearances could be deceiving. The Munda case, though tragic, offered valuable lessons for society. It highlighted the insidious nature of addiction and the importance of early intervention. The case underscored the devastating impact of secrets and lies on relationships. Open and honest communication is essential for building and maintaining healthy relationships. By fostering a culture of openness and support, we can create a society more empathetic and understanding. In the annals of true crime, it's crucial to remember the real people behind the headlines. The Munda case is not just a cautionary tale, it's a human tragedy. Gulam Munda, for all his flaws, was a son, a brother, a friend. His actions, however reprehensible, stemmed from a place of desperation and despair. Mary endured the unimaginable, betrayed by the man she loved, forced to rebuild her life. The Munda murder mystery is a story of love and betrayal, of addiction and deceit, reminding us to approach true crime with empathy.